distancing, and everything. So, our mentees here already done their mentoring session with our mentors, Pak Francis Surya Saputra and Ibu Rina Ranvil. Also, I would like to welcome our special reviewer for today, Mr. Michael Blancourt from ActU, who's here from us from Australia. Also, we have our reviewer from ADPII, Aliansi Designer Produk Industri Indonesia. Sorry, it's very long. Mas Pak Bramanta Okta Danuputra atau Pak Bram. We also have other reviewers here from HDI Bunandasar Interior Indonesia, Gunaya Jatnika, and Pak Kristanto, or we can call you Pak Andre, ya. Okay. So as we all know, this program is supported by HDII and ADPII as well as powered by Cisco WebEx. So first, I would like to invite Pak Charles from BWI Furniture to give an opening remarks.
Hi, everyone. I don't have to give an opening remarks, but welcome, everybody. I think, first of all, I would like to actually thank Burina, Pak Francis, for being gracious and doing this thing together with us. I think it's really helpful. As we coming into what the 7th month, 8th month of this pandemic, I think it's a good time to really take a look at how do we actually use space in coming years, right? I mean, how does it change in the way that we do things, right? So that's why we bring this theme. So I hope that you guys, especially the mentees, can actually learn something out of this, and enjoy the moment. And then special thanks to Michael. I know it's late for you, Mike.
That's okay, mate.
We appreciate the time and support from Matthew all this time. And then hope we'll have a good session, everyone.
Okay, thank you, Pak Charles. Okay, now from our mentors, please give some opening remarks from during the mentoring sessions until today. We'll start from Pak Francis, maybe.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Hi, Michael.
Hi.
Well, the last 2 weeks, it's been very interesting for us to see the development of the progress, the design progress. And I think today you will be inspired by these amazing 11 designers.
Wow.
As we were on the last week. So, yeah, hopefully everyone enjoyed it as we. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
Very short. Okay.
Burina, would you like to give some remarks?
Okay. Hello, everybody. Good night. Good afternoon. Thank you, Mbak Widi, for lovely introduction. Thank you also, Pak Charles. Yeah, nice to be here again. Thank you to invite me as a mentor. Yeah, I've been reviewing, I think, since at the beginning. This is like a 5th time I'm joining this program. So I'm very excited also. I'm very delighted to be a mentor. It's been 2 weeks. We've been doing this. Thank you to everybody, the mentees who commit since day one until now. I'm really appreciate. Then I said before, this program is not about a competition. We exploring the idea. We exploring the potential each from you. And I know this is come from different background also. There's a lot of designer, architect, urban planner, and also product designer, and also from Bandung, Jakarta, Tokyo, and Singapore. So it's great. It's great. So me and Francis at the beginning actually challenging the designer, not only asking for the solution, but challenging at the first time to respond the pandemic. So how the virus create the creativity, and as Michael says before, we also mentoring at the session 2 and session 3 about the social distancing, how we work, how we measure the density and everything. So we've been brainstorming a lot, and we've been enjoying also. Good luck for the mentees, yeah. Hope we can have great discussion tonight. So welcome also the ADPI and all my friend from HDII tonight. Good luck.
Okay, thank you, Gina. Okay, now our special reviewer for today, and we have Michael Blanco from Regional Director for the ASEAN and Pacific region for ACTU. Michael, would you like to give a few words?
Yeah, look, I would. I'd love to offer my words of encouragement to all these young designers who are certainly challenged in this new normal, as we call it, right? The challenge is for everybody. Okay, there's no doubt about that. The health and safety of people in the space itself is probably the critical and the pivotal and most important sort of dynamic there. How do we do that? How do we create the space? How do we make the space workable? How do we make the space flexible, right, at the same time as safe and healthy, right? So I think it's a great challenge, and I'm looking forward to seeing all these fantastic presentations. And good luck to everybody. And on behalf of ACTU, ACTU is obviously a very forward-thinking company as well. We're very much in the now with respect to trying to come up with concept designs and working with architects and designers and designing product that integrates within the actual space itself and makes the space or makes the product a little bit more flexible, a little bit more modular, right? So you can sort of create that sort of ambience that provides that flexibility needed in these sort of areas where, density is an issue of measure, of course, and is a challenge and so forth. But by all means, I'm very, very excited. And on behalf of ACTU, we are ready to work together and come up with a solution. Huh? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Michael. I would like to introduce our guest reviewer from ADPI, Mr. Bramanta Putra. He is the Vice Chairman of ADPI Jakarta. And then we have from HDII, Ibu Naila Jatika from Program Division, as well as Pak Kristanto Rusli or Pak Andre, Program Division as well. So here with us, we also have our mentees that has gone through 3 days mentoring. We have Zulfikar Sefian, Kevin Nathaniel, Jehuda Victor, Friska Amalia, Firda Indra Puspita, Aldian Pratama, Vivian Honanta, Saradina Mawadini, Siddhartha Suteja, Melissa Ardani, and Gamaliel Barato Adi. So without further ado, we'll start with our first mentee to have the presentation. Mas Zulkifar, please go ahead. Would you like to share the screen yourself?
Okay. Can everybody see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Good evening, everyone. So, all of people say privacy is the most important thing to have in this time where internet and social media surround us from any direction. So, location history being off is one of our way to keep a part of our privacy safe. But right now, in order to help others during COVID-19, we have to give our privacy away for contact tracing or even location mapping system become functional. Well, here comes my idea. How if there is a safer way for us to getting location data and people are willing to contribute theirs so that our robust and information-rich future can be built? My name is Zulfikar Sepian, an urban and landscape design student. Hereby, I'd like to come out with an idea called Help, a more secure system for location mapping. This picture shows how we used to hang out with friends in public space. Only after COVID-19 outbreaks, we were advised to keep our 2-meter distance from each other. But social distancing does not guarantee our safety. People still get sick, and who knows when our turn of also being sick will come. Thus, there appears a sense of distrust between people, and public spaces were left behind, empty. Research has proved that people are scared to be in public space because they do not know what to expect there. Who knows where we eventually get our sickness from? Contact tracing and also location mapping are solutions for this matter. But as I mentioned, it only works if people are giving their location away, which means they will lose their privacy. For that reason, help comes as a win-win solution. Help is engineered considering these design principles, with aims to keep privacy and make the system seamlessly becomes part of our daily activities. Help is integrated with our phone as a separated system. Energy efficiency and improvement of accuracy is also features in the help. Lastly, transparency and also controllability are included to enhance the user experience. To simply put it, help is secured because it is like you bring two phones at once. A phone inside your phone. One phone has your identity and a lot of histories related to you, but does not expose to the location mapping system, while another one is exposed but has none of your identity. Thus, it is anonymous. Regarding the last two design principles, transparency and controllability, help comes with an app. The app is designed minimalistic to ease the control, and more importantly, it includes the on and off button. Help has two main features. First is contact tracing. It informs simply our health condition and whether we ever being exposed to anyone who report their sickness status. Also, as part of being transparent, it shows us what data that are actually shared to the system, so nothing is hidden at all. The second feature is location mapping based on anonymous data. There are two categories, discover near you and discover places. For discover near you, it shows our location as well as other people locations. From this, we may analyze the crowd's location to estimate our safety routes while keeping distance from others. During pandemic, it cannot show 1 meter influence zone too. And then discover places to getting crowds information of other places away from our location. So by getting information like this, not only people can interact with in the city space better, but also machine probably, for example, can learn to efficiently clean up the space based on usage frequency. Additionally, city space needs to be equipped with a receiver antenna on each defined space because we do not intend to turn this system into a spying technology, right? So by antenna surface coverage technique, these aims can be achieved these aims can be achieved while also improving quality and also accuracy on location mapping within the defined space. And the antenna itself can be integrated in the form of something like light pole or maybe totem that are normally existed in the public space. As the conclusion, help wants to make people feel safe in a public space in the future, even when the next outbreaks come. Also, help is basically a chain of good deed, if I may say. As its name, help helps people to securely share their location. With people sharing locations, they help the system to gather data, by which will eventually help more other people to live more cautiously and confidently in the future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mas Zulkifar. So our first one actually have a design an app. So Michael, what do you think about Zulkifar's design? Don't forget to unmute your audio. You haven't unmute your.
Sorry. Sorry, here we are. What do I think? Wow. Is this a startup company? Because I like to invest in it. Well done. Congratulations. Very well thought out. obviously very much a measure of density in terms of the social distancing aspect, which is the most critical factor now in everybody's mind in trying to keep everybody safe. And the contact tracing, obviously critical component as such. But the location mapping, which is actually a very good sequential sort of solution there, where it allows people to review exactly your traces and so forth and whatever else. But it's very well thought out, and congratulations. Really impressed by it, very much so. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Michael. And then from HDI, Bu Naila, would you like to give any feedback?
Okay. Hi, Zulfikar. Your
Hello.
presentation is really done quite good, and you present them very well. Nowadays, in Jakarta, we can do this transition where we can go to the cinema and so on. So your app is quite good. If I want to go to a cinema, I want to know inside the cinema is 25%, right? But I want to know who is inside, and also the health of the environment. So you can consider this app also to do for every public, like restaurant, cinema, fitness, all that can be connected. Then it's not only is this area secure, but if I want to go to the cinema, I will check on my phone already how many people, because when we go to the cinema, we have to buy online, right? So we know already if this is 25 or 50%. If it's 50%, I'm not going for sure. So this kind of apps is quite good, so that if you can incorporate everything about the situation in Jakarta, how many are sick, and how many today, the curve and so on. So in one app, you have everything. You have the condition. You have also all the information about all those public area, and also you can have the history of. It's like my office, for instance. My office is already 5 times already closed because of COVID in one floor, but it's not recorded. It's only like a notice from the building. If all that can be incorporated inside your apps, it will be really good, so that if I go in this building, I know that it already have 5 times that it's already closed in one floor, which floors it is. And all that can be all, connected. I'm going to be so curious about everything regarding these apps, and if you can develop more, it will be great. Thank you, Zulfikar. Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ibu Naila. Well done, Mas Zulfikar. If you are going to really make this into reality, please contact us. We all know that Michael will want to invest in it. Okay, thank you, everyone. So for the next one, we have Kevin Nathaniel. Don't forget to unmute and share your screen.
Okay, share the screen, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, okay. Can you all see this? Can you all see this already?
Yes, we can see it.
Yes, we can see.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kevin Nathaniel. I am from Bina Nusantara University. I own an interior studio called Conceptual Interior Artistry. Before I'll say thank you to Mr. Francis, Ms. Rina, and Mr. Michael Bianco for joining and having us today. I'll start. My concept is millennial housing, and by millennial housing in this case is if we have a situation in where COVID is not going away so soon, then this is the scenario that I think will happen. The first one is when economy recovers, the problem with all millennials will come back. This is what I already read many times. People say millennials will never ever have homes or properties because it's too expensive and because the economic situation make it harder for them. And because of the everyone is afraid of COVID, I'm thinking that everyone will work from home eventually for a lot of kind of job, and spread is the new focus. So people will start moving away from the bigger cities, and they will start buying property in the smaller city or village. And thus, I think this is a good topic for this, because millennials, or for those who work in creativity or anything that can handle their jobs and meetings in by online, I think they will move away, and they will need to set up in another place eventually. So sorry. So I have a few values that I'm gonna propose. So the first value is the modular housing. Modular housing means that people can just buy a house per modules, and they will eventually can expand the property one by one. And the value B is when you move to rural areas or smaller cities, you will have like a better views, healthier airs, and prettier aspects to increase the aesthetics of your house. The next value is Millennial Standard. Millennial Standard, what I mean is millennials have their own lifestyle, especially in bigger city, where they always have like have a social meetings with their friends, a coffee, and also they have like a lot of technological aspects of equipment that they always use every day. So in this case, the standard should not go down. The next value is away from COVID-19. Is the proper sanitation is needed. So current housing doesn't have any like a barrier or disinfectant chamber that are needed in the COVID-19. So the housing I propose should have this kind of place. And the last value is staying away, not staying away from the family, but staying with the family. So because I think loneliness induces panic and stress. So in case of you are not contracting COVID, but you are under suspect of COVID, then you need to quarantine yourself, right? But I'm afraid that if you are quarantined for 2 or 3 weeks alone in a room, the stress and the loneliness can induce even worse aspect of your health. So this is the layout that I propose. It will be an open space between the bedroom, living, kitchen, and every needs. But if you look closer at the bath area has another entrance. If you are actually went out from the outside, if you meet many people, then you need to disinfect yourself first. You take a bath first, and then you clean yourself, and then you go out to your main areas to sleep or to do whatever. Then there is a patio or 3 sides. It means it can open or close in the daytimes. This is the power of module house. If today you buy one module, then in 5 years maybe you have 2, in 8 years maybe you have 4. Eventually, it's up to you to arrange the modules. This is the shape that I propose. There is actually a patio that can open and close. At night, it's gonna protect the house from, like, let's say, burglary or anything that endanger the inhabitants. Because again, millennials has a lot of like electronics and anything that can like make it even more tempting to burglar their house. This is the interior. You can see the inside and the exterior all blend together, because this is the benefit of living in rural areas. This is the concept also that benefit if you do modular housing like this. It means if you are under quarantine, you can also still see your children, your wife, or your family having fun, and without being locked up in a closed room. It means you can still interact, but even though it's limited, but it will lessen your stress and loneliness and everything. That's my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mas Kevin. So we'll start with you, Michael. Do you have any feedback about this house? Don't forget to unmute your audio.
congratulations on the presentation. Very well done. This module house system, I think it's, wow, it's very forward thinking. I like the idea. One of the things that sort of struck me the most was the fact about how you're able to design the space in such a way that you're interconnected while you're secluded, right? That means that you've got the transparency to be able to, as you rightly said, see your family, feel that sense of connection and so forth, right? Which at the moment, I think mental health is a big, big challenge at this stage for a lot of people during that period of quarantine as such. But I think that the way you sort of thought it through in terms of the open plan space scenario, right? I think it was fabulous. I really congratulate you for that. Very well done. I like the idea of millennial housing, right? So, is it the style of product? If I can ask the question, as a modular product, is it transferable? You can pick it up and take it to a different property. Is it designed to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what you said is that people are moving away from the metropolitan city areas and they go into more remote areas as such. So it's like it's a modular home, right? You can pick it up and take it away, right? So it's that flexibility that I think that we need in this so-called new normal, right? I was very impressed by it. Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you very much, Michael. And then Andre, would you like to give any?
Okay, hello. Hi, Kevin.
Hello, Michael.
I'll meet you again. Okay, for me, it's like quite good, yeah, the idea about the millennials have housing for their residential. Maybe you might thinking about like the communal area, maybe, yeah, for like if you want to like make a exclusive or inclusive community, maybe try to make something about like communal area for some of the residents. They can together or meet together. And because like right now the issue is like independence sources, like maybe they can grow the garden and growing their their needs, so they can independent for not go to grocery and everything. Maybe that's it for me so far. Thank you. The idea is good, quite good, very good. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Andre. Well done, Mas Kevin. Thank you for your presentation. And then we'll go to the next one. Mas Huda Victor. Then please share your screen.
Hello, are you all able to see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay. First of all, I'd like to say thank you for the time and the opportunity that Museum Macan has given me. Please let me introduce myself. My name is Gilda Victor, or you can simply call me Victor. Currently, I'm studying at LaSalle College of the Arts, Singapore, majoring in interior design. So here, I'm interested in the topic of retail. But first, why retail in the first place? I believe that fashion retail plays an important part of our daily amenities, where sooner or later, people will eventually need to fulfill their daily needs of clothing. So here, I believe it's an important aspect of life to be looked at. So in the retail store itself, I would like to focus on to the mid to low price range, such as fast fashion retail store, since it's dominantly taking over the market, where masses of people do buy from fast fashion due to an economic factor, which is cheap. So they will not think twice, usually, upon purchasing many of the clothing in one buying session. But then I realized a problem surrounding the death of fashion retail market is due to the convenience of online shopping in nowadays technology, where here I have found that people are buying their things online due to the comfort of personal trying session in their own comfort of their own home. They feel secure and they also feel clean. And cleanliness is one of the most important factor in today's people's making decision upon purchasing or going somewhere. So therefore, realizing that those factors are an integral part in retail, this has led me to dig deeper about fitting rooms. Fitting rooms are the most important part in the store where the clothes becomes alive. It is the most intimate and personal beauty of clothes where it fits our body, and it is where the store revenue is mostly generated. Yet it is often neglected. We choose to close one eye and push it to the corner. Especially now, due to the pandemic, people are getting more ready to go to retail shops due to the non-transparent system of cleanliness. It makes people wonder, is it really clean and safe for me to try on comfortably? The design of today's fitting room is also pushed to one corner, indicated in picture 2, with minimal spaces of each cubicle and walkway surrounding it, making the space uninviting and crammed with many coincidental interactions between users in a busy day store. This hasn't only affected the customers, it has also impacted the staff, where they work twice as much during the COVID period, especially the back of house staff, where today's design of fitting rooms allows a continuous interaction with customers and their used clothing. So here, introducing a modular. By redefining a fitting room spaces that are transparent in system of clothing cleanliness, space of minimal interaction, and space of less hassle for both users, it will be a great and profitable solution that it's not only going to work for now, but it also going to work for years to come. Here, I've actually rethink of a modular fitting room, which encompasses much of the worries of an old fitting rooms. I have implemented the use of technology and spatial design to help solve this issue, where the overall design of the tapered fitting rooms allows the users to be invited in the space. Here is the rough sketches of how the space will look like. Talking about the entrance allows people to have a virtual queue. Here, I've tried to change people's perception of queuing, where it is no longer a physical thing. In this proposed design, people can simply book a fitting room by scanning QR code or manually book them from the digital screen and be notified on their phone when it's ready to head to the specific fitting room cubicle. The green and red color indicate the availability of a fitting room, whether there's still customer inside or simply they're still preparing for the next users. And it also enhances the user's notice of crowdness in the store, so they can take action to faster book and pick up things they need to head to the room once it's ready, since it is intended to be applied in a fast fashion store. The hanging racks indicated there acts as if the users needs to have a different sizing, where they can order from inside the fitting room screen or from their phone and let the staff brings it to them and place it outside for them to pick up. And the chair here actually allows a friend or the next customer to sit and wait. Upon entering the space, there's a magnetic security guard that is placed in the floor to help with theft and used clothing to not return back to the shelving without sanitization. Inside the space, I've also implemented the use of UVC lighting box, which is effective in breaking down the virus protein surface. And it is where it is going to be placed in a corner to allow users to place all of their used items there for sanitization after trying on. Yet, after the sanitization process are done, the staff can pick up from the back end of the fitting room and place it back in the rack. Inside the space, I have also provided a copper finished chair and rack indicated in number 3 to sit and place their used clothing there. So it's a further simple steps to help with hygiene. So here, I would actually like to implement the fitting rooms as the middle ground. This is how the end product will look like in the store. By shifting a traditional fitting room from one end corner where mostly it is unutilized, that and it takes a long time to get to, where it is very inaccessible. By shifting it closer together, it actually created a lively and comfortable middle ground for the store. So here's the configuration of the modular cubicle together, where it can be added till 12 cubicles. And here's how the movement inside the space for the back of our staff and also for the users itself. And lastly, indicated on the very right, is the integration of and segregation of both parties, where highlighted in the purple is the customers, where the customer will interact with one another, with the space, and also highlighted in the blue is the back of our staff and the interaction between the space. And actually, that's the end of my presentation, and I'm very excited to hear your thoughts about it. Thank you for your attention and time.
Thank you very much, Victor. Michael, would you like to give any comments?
Congratulations, first of all, Victor. Very well thought out. I was just thinking about what name would I put to that? The smart fitting room, right?
Thank you.
And I think that's probably a way to think about it. But obviously, I think more importantly, what sort of struck me the most was the ability for you to manage the traffic flow. That is, where there's no interaction between the sales assistant and the customer, right? In a physical way, if that makes sense, right? With the ability to be able to service the customer exclusively the same and so forth, but really distancing, but also at the same time, very well connected, right? With all the facilities and gadgets and so forth and whatever else, right? So I congratulate you. I think it's fantastic. Yeah, that's probably what I have at this point in time. What struck me the most is the ability for you to be able to just manage that sort of traffic flow, right, in and out of the cubicle scenario type sort of thing. That social distancing, which is so critical, the hygiene aspect of it, right? It's very well thought out, right? That's probably the two most critical components from what I can see. So yeah, congratulations, young man. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Michael. And then Ibu Naila, would you like to give any feedback?
Victor, I like your idea. I was one of the customer who didn't go shopping for 6 months. And then last week I went out and went shopping like crazy. Because of needs. It's not because of model or what, because of needs. So it's true that if I go shopping, it's for everything that I need that I haven't done in 6-7 months. So I went there. For instance, I went to Uniqlo and I bought a lot of pants and all that, everything that I needed to relax. And yes, when I went there, everything was, yes, you have your disinfectant, but nothing about this to try the clothes. I like the idea because if we go out and if we buy, and then we buy a lot, and then you can scan the clothes and also the size that you want. And then we don't need to queue up because they will call us with the apps. If it's like a restaurant in China, they do that with WeChat. So we just wait for them to call us. The idea also is good, but I have a detail that you can add on because it's between what you want to buy and what is something that you don't want to buy. So how do you communicate with the assistant, with the clerks and so on? Do we put the one that you want to buy in one box maybe at the back? It's not only the one that you want to try, but the one that you also want to buy, so that when they after you go out, they know that they just have to go straight to the cashier and then you buy your thing. So maybe a bit of additional detail that for all the clothes that you want to buy, so it's like you drop it and then they will, put it together, fold it, and then go to the cashier. So again, this is something that can be done for all the big shops, like H&M or Uniqlo, because this is what is needed. I don't want to try the clothes before because I didn't know if it was clean or not. So good job, Victor. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Ibu. Well done, Victor. And then we'll go to our next one, Mbak Friska Amalia. Don't forget to unmute. Mbak Friska, you are still muted. Okay. We couldn't hear your voice. Sorry, Mbak Friska, we cannot hear your voice. We still cannot hear your voice.
Sorry, biasa dari headsetnya itu.
Maybe you can try to plug out the headset instead. Maybe you just use the microphone from the laptop. Still cannot hear you. Okay, well, Mbak Friska, maybe you can try to solve the audio matter first. Maybe we can move to our next presenter first. Mbak Firda, can we test the audio first, maybe?
Check.
Okay, can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, check. Okay. Thank you. Wait. Can everybody see the slides?
Oh, Mbak Friska duluan ya. Okay, sorry Mbak Firda, Mbak Friska will go first. Okay, Mbak Friska, okay, we can see your
Okay.
slide.
Okay, wait a moment. Yes. Can you all see the slides?
Yes, we can see, please.
Okay. Hi everyone. I would like to deliver my gratitude to Museum Macan, BWI Furniture, and thank you for allowing me join this open review and the chance of mentoring session about interior design with the professionals mentors, Mr. Francis and Miss Rina. It is an honor for me to be able to learn more about the space with the professionals. First of all, let me introduce myself to you all. I am Friska Amalia. You can call me Friska. I work as a lecturer in Bina Nusantara University, Bandung. Okay, in responding to the rapid increasing case in this pandemic situation, I would like to share some idea about how to adapt with the virus permanently in public space, or in my case, I would like to share my idea in responding pandemic adaptation in the classroom by implementing fun and safe space module system to adapt in this pandemic condition in assuming the condition run permanently. Okay. I do really miss the time teaching in the physical classroom. For me, it is more effective to teach my students on site rather than online. Lecturing virtually sometimes difficult to do. It needs more time to make students understand teaching material. Besides, it is not effective to teach practical topic virtually. Miscommunication and misunderstanding can be found often in virtual teaching concept. Even if one topic should be teach it in the on-site, I can do it 1 to 2 weeks. But in online situation, I should teach them 2 until 3 times to make students more understand. Okay. Studio-based classroom would only facilitate in one student in one workspace. It also needs some facilities such as huge table that's sufficient for A1 size, paper minimal. Sometimes they do need storage to have their work in their workspace. Fortunately, those table size make all of these design students who learn in the studio-based classroom will certainly have their own personal distance with other students in classroom. While at work, the students will focus on their own table, workings on their assignment, and etc. So, this is it, my idea in responding pandemic adaptation. So it just like the theory of proximity, there will be intimate space, personal space, and then social distance space. So I inspired by the personal space. And this is my idea in responding pandemic adaptation in the classroom by implement fun and safe cubicles which requires hygiene condition, health protocol application in the cubicle workspace for studio-based classroom. Okay, the keywords that might represent the idea are separated, fun, social distancing, and also directly have a health protocol. Inspired by the private chamber in the European train, it separates passenger from one another and then make their personal space kept and also kept their own needs fulfilled by providing furniture and also frequently checked by the train officer. So this is the classroom or more like cube workspace for studio-based classroom users. Okay. With the dimension 200 centimeters for the height and with 4 meter squares area with the facilities of the table is capable for the A1 size paper usage along with the iron handle for hang some paper to help students and lecturers communicate in social distancing situation. So here is the implementation of cubic class in the classroom. I would develop the design more to the effectiveness of social distancing by placing the stickers to keep 2 meters distance from each other. And to sum up, this cubic class would be a solution for lecturer in design or architecture studies. So keep maintaining the education activities in pandemic situation and then so that the parents and students will feel safe to study in the school and the learning outcomes from school curriculum will effectively run too. And this is it. Thank you for opportunity. And things may never go back to normal. You may need to create new normal, adapt with it, and stay healthy. Have a good day.
Thank you very much, Mbak Friska. Michael, would you like to give any feedback for the cubicles?
Well done, Friska. Have you already got this module system already registered for production?
No, not
You
yet.
haven't yet? Wow.
Unfortunately.
I might have to talk to our R&D department, and see if we can grab your idea and take it on, You never know. Well done. Well done.
Thank you so much.
Very
Michael.
well thought out. For one reason, I just made a couple of quick notes. The furniture itself doesn't define the space in terms of a classroom, right? In this particular case, it basically integrates, right? Integrates into the space, right? And what I did notice about that, and I wrote a few notes here, is that fundamentally when we're trying to design furniture today, the furniture needs to be modular, right? It needs to have a multi-purpose sort of angle about it, right? And it's going to be transportable, right? And flexible, right? So I found that each of those sort of principles each of the way in which it was, the concept associated with that gave me that impression that it sort of met all those sort of criteria that I'm referring to as such. So I think it's a good solution. It's a solution. Well done, Friska. Congratulations.
Thank you, Michael.
Okay,
Thank you
no
so
problem.
much.
Thank you, Michael. And then Pak Andre, would you like to give any feedback?
Hello,
Then
Pak
first
Andre.
unmute.
Okay, so hi, Priska. Hi. Okay, the idea of the cubicle and modular, I think it's very good idea for us, to teaching in design because we very quite difficult this day to communicate just only virtual like by Zoom class.
Yes.
So the cubicle is nice, but maybe I'm just only concerned about the how big it can be the class after we try to make the cubicle because
Yes.
it's like quite maybe bigger class for just maybe 20 or 10 students. So the system maybe we can try like rethinking about the class maybe just more private than used to be, the new
Yes.
normal. And I just only concern maybe the cubicle maybe more movable. I think like the
Yes.
partition can be they can very flexible. They can move and make like the flexible layout. So it's not just only permanent or something like that. It's
Yes.
quite good. Very nice. Very nice idea. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Pandra.
Mas.
Well done, Mbak Fiska. And then for everyone else, all the mentees here, don't forget to make sure you save your your design ideas so no one will steal it. Okay, for
Of
the
course.
next one, we have Mbak Firda. Don't forget to unmute. Okay.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see the presentation.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Rita, fresh graduate from Indonesian Institute of the Art, major on interior design. Today, I will present my design idea for this current situation, COVID-19 pandemic. Before I start, I want to tell why public transportation. Of course, during this pandemic, we still hope people to stay at home or work from home, but for some people, they still need to go outside and use public transportation to earn money and other activity. Transjogja is a very cheap connection-based transportation system around the city of Yogyakarta. During this COVID-19 pandemic, the number of Transjogja passengers experienced a significant decrease of up to 93%. The system implements a faster system, meaning that passengers can enter the bus without petrol to escape our bus shelter. Because of the system, the shelter are important part of this public transportation. About bus shelter, South Korea already have solution for this called new so bus shelter, but all the facilities are about technology, and I think it's a little bit difficult to apply in Indonesia, especially Transjogja, because it's expensive, fix of loss and damage, and not everyone understands how the technology works and how to access it. So my idea for more realistic solution for this process is to apply understandable signage, divider, public seeing facilities, insect curriculum plan, and the important part is the in-out flow. This is my design for the shelter. I designed this with modern looks, open space, and with natural ventilation inside sunlight. Using metal, glass, and acrylic material, the shelter has feature consists of solar panel for power supply, standard for shelter main, CCTV, divider, earbud for range, foldable seat, so the space can be used for passengers with wheelchair, floor signage, insect repellent plant, rosemary, and lemongrass. Capacity of this shelter for maximum 11 people. In the rest, we can see detail of the signage. This shelter also has map information tour with prompting and scan. This is how to enter shelter and including thing in the waiting lines to make sure passengers wash their hand before enter the shelter. Passengers enter the bus one by one after the bus passengers get off. This is the day and night view. With the design, I hope people still can feel safe while at the shelter and using public transportation. That's all. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mbak Firda. Michael, would you like to give any feedback?
But I'm not going to get into the detail of that because I'm not experienced. All I can say is that I think that the biggest threat globally at the moment is the transit between to and from work, right? And that, with what you're proposing here and what you're suggesting here, obviously that minimizes that risk and it minimizes that fear, right, as such. So without going into the detail of architecture and so forth, because again, I'm not experienced by it, I can understand the concept, the nature of it. I can see how you thought it out very, very well in terms of the traffic flow and the one directional scenario associated with that, which is critically important. and obviously all the other fundamentals that you brought in there, the solar panel systems and so forth and whatever else. So I'm presuming that you're looking at that sustainable component in being obviously carbon neutral as such. So yeah, look, well done. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. And then Bu Naila, would you like to give any feedback?
Hi, Frida. Your presentation is really good. How you present, and I saw some new slides where you already incorporated the movement of people, you know, when they queue up and coming inside this how do you call this bus help. But how you present, you need to be more convincing. You need to be more not timid. Please don't read what is already inside. Just do a history so that when you want to present or sell your product, you need to be fierce, you know, you need to be more courageous to talk without reading your presentation. So this is one. The second is that I like the design. You should go to Plaza Indonesia, you know, replace the MRT right now. That's burned last week. But there is no AC, right? For this, it's all open. Firda, it's there is no AC. Or is there AC? Air conditioner? Hello.
Firda, is there any air conditioner at the bus stop?
No.
No. Okay, so it's open. Okay, so it's all about ventilation. You have to open up, but I see it's quite open. Design-wise, it's really good. It's very, you already also thought about the signage and so on. The floor signage also. The planters is also a nice idea. For me, it's all about how to stop when if there is more people. I don't know if there is a cut maybe to stop it for people not to come inside, to make sure that there is not more than 10, because you know Indonesian, they like to queue and then go straight inside this halter. So maybe you need to just add a small detail how you can stop if it's more than 10. Maybe there is a door closing so that people need to wait outside. But for the design wise and everything, I think you nail it. You have done all the details, and I think this can be constructed right away. Thank you, Firda.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mbak Bu Naila. Thank you, Mbak Firda. Maybe you can contact the MRT if they want to renovate the one that has burned in Jakarta. you can pitch your idea. We never know. Okay, thank you, everyone. The next one we have Mas Aldian. Mas Aldian, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Can you share your presentation?
Is it visible?
Yep, we can see it.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, my name is Aldian Pratama from Bandung Institute of Technology. And this is my design. I will present to you what if coronavirus stays forever in commuter line. My name of design is COVID. It's the future of space efficiency in commuter line while retaining the COVID-19 health protocol. Commuter line is one of many public transportation facilities in Jakarta, known for its affordability and versatility to reach vital part in location Jakarta. After the global pandemic reaches Indonesia, the government shut it down for a while to prevent any possible spread from the virus. And then after the reopen, the facility only able to use only 40 to 50% of its ideal capacity. Normally, it could able to fit 80 to 110 passengers, but now only around 40 to 60 passengers with 16 standing passenger and 30 to sitting passenger. The concept idea is to create high efficiency in commuter line, but still retaining the COVID-19 health protocols. First, using materials that can easily be cleaned and prevent any kind of germs to stack and stay active, able to avoid any possibility of person-to-person contact, able to maximize the use of space, able to maintain personal space, and still able to perform the COVID-19 health protocol in higher space efficiency. This is material used in the facility. First, there is a stainless metal, and then yellow color essence system because it's more cautious in people eye, and then copper content material because it can break down the protein in the virus, tempered glass, and glossy wall finishing to easily clean up the facility. This is the program in interior. First, there's a glass divider to divide each passengers. And second, there's one-way passenger circulation flow to avoid any passengers that minimize possibility of passengers to stuck in our face-to-face condition. Hygienic material and room treatments with using round corner to easily swipe down any pile of dirt, and using glossy material to easily clean, and using copper and silver material. And then last, there's downward airflow to swipe down any possible airborne virus in the air. This is the design study. There are two kinds of divider. First, there's a divider that divide each passenger vertically, and there is a divider that divide passenger from standing passenger and sitting passenger. And then I combine it and this is the result. This is the design result. There are two kinds of passenger seat. First, there's a priority passenger seat used for priority passenger, people in pregnant or people when they're sick or older people. And then there is standing passenger with two position and condition. And then by using this method, there are 52 standing passengers and 20 sitting passengers. Total is 72 passengers, and it used 75% more from ideal passengers, not 50 or 40%. This is the passenger circulation, one way in and out. There's passenger in and passengers out. This is the downward airflow to swipe down any possible airborne droplet. And there is a passenger flow sign system and glowing yellow sign system to give more cautious towards the passenger, so they're more aware about the sign system inside this facility. There's downward slow airflow or air condition with slow air that move down, and then small gap air suction to suck any possible airborne virus in the air. And so there is glass divider to prevent any possible person-to-person contamination. There are two kinds of divider. First, divider to divide standing passenger with another standing passengers. And the second is divider to divide standing passenger with sitting passengers. This is the interior hygiene to avoid any possible microbes stick for too long, using glossy interior finishing, glass wall divider, metal and copper material that can break down any protein of the virus, so the virus won't stay for too long in the facility. And they're using round corner to easily swipe down any pile of dirt. It's used in many places like hospital and others place that needs more hygiene and sanitation. This is the setup for eye contact prevention setup to avoid any uncomfortable staring from each passenger. So every passenger won't facing face-to-face each other. And this is the overview of the design. Thank you so much. Yeah. Good.
Thank you very much, Mas Aldian. Okay, Michael, we'll start with you. What about the space design?
I think one of the things that really sort of struck me the most is obviously the density, right? How you able to maintain. I think. Oh, sorry. Are you on? Yeah. You're able to sort of focus on providing the most density possible per the space. So you were sort of talking about a 75% ratio, where normally social distancing won't give you much more than 35%. So from a productivity point of view, right, in terms of public transport, which local governments are very concerned about that, right? They're running costs associated when you're only able to commute 30% of the people. Your solution in terms of everything other than everything, the ventilation systems and so forth, and all the componentry and introduction of materials and so forth, that all about the hygiene and so forth. What struck me the most is how you're able to design the actual paneling system to be able to subdivide the space and still maintain a high density, right? Because social distancing is critical in a lot of countries, but obviously Indonesia, social distancing is less of, unless you've got that panel system or systems of the kind that you've designed to be able to protect people around you, right? And I think what struck me the most is the economics associated, how you're able to optimize the space, right, in the way you've designed it, mate. And well done, Aldian. Well done, mate. That's good work.
Okay. Thank you very much, Michael. And then, Andre, would you like to give any feedback?
Thank you, Ardian. The idea, I think, is quite nice for thinking about the public transportation, in the new normal. But maybe you should try thinking about emergency situation if something happen, because it's like in aeroplane, train. If something happen with the emergency situation, we must try to make everybody is quite fast for emergency exit, maybe, because I think the partition and your prevent the social distancing maybe can lack of the emergency exit if something happen, I think, but maybe you should try, maybe add some a new system also, maybe a disinfectant curtain, air curtain, maybe. So it's like when we try to enter the train, is we already quiet hygienist than before, gitu. Maybe. The idea is quite good. Nice, very nice. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Pak Andre. Well done, Aldian. Maybe you can also pitch that to our KRL, our commuter line. Who knows, you'll get it because we always need a new way to commute now. Okay, now the next one we have Vivian Honanta.
Okay, I'll share my screen. Can you all see my screen now?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Before I start my presentation, I would like to thank Museum Macan, Mr. Francis, and Ms. Rina for giving me an opportunity to join this program. So my name is Vivian Honanta. I'm a fresh graduate from Petra Christian University, Surabaya, Indonesia. And today I would like to share my idea, the Hexa market. According to research, small and medium-sized enterprises in Indonesia dropped drastically because of the pandemic. One of the reasons is they do not have a platform which they usually have, the pop-up market. What if the pandemic lasts forever? Will there be no more pop-up market in the future? To solve the problem, we have to create a safe pop-up marketplace where sellers and customers can meet while still maintaining a safe distance and maximizing the use of space. What benefits can we get from the hexagonal shape? It can give us an efficient circulation. It can also be used to divide a space into more area than a square, and products can be seen clearly from different angles equally. So before entering the pop-up market, Each visitor will get a small trolley that can keep them in track, as the trolley will vibrate and ring if the distance is unsafe. This trolley can also be used for maybe hanging their belongings or shopping bags. There will be also floor grids and signage to guide visitor, which is one hexagon for one person. And visitor can also return to the previous area but still stay in one-way track. The payment system in the area will be all cashless. And to avoid overcrowding, the maximum visitors that can go inside at the same time is 24 persons. And every 2 hours, there will be like 15 minutes break time for the booth keeper to restock their products or maybe just clean their booth. This is the design perspective and isometric view of the Hexa market. For the booth, there will be a movable display table with storage inside, acrylic sneeze guard with customizable wall racks, copper pipe structure, since fires can only stay in copper for about 4 hours, and then transparent dark gray polycarbonate rooftop, so they can use it both indoor and outdoor. The booth also installed an automatic hand sanitizer. In order to make it more convenient to carry, the booth can also be knocked down into smaller parts so that it can fit inside a car. And that's all from me today. Thank you for listening to my presentation.
Okay, thank you very much, Mbak Vivian. Okay, Michael, what do you think about the Hexa market? Oh, don't forget to unmute. Michael, you haven't unmute your audio. Okay, great.
No, I haven't. I've been good this time. Congratulations, Vivian. I think the design is very, very well thought out, very appealing. Actually, obviously the whole design of the hexagon as such, and the positioning of it, how to manage the traffic and so forth, how it facilitates with all the sort of nitty gritties associated with these pop-up markets, which are so important, not only to Indonesia, but I think across the world, right? People are going to miss that pop-up sort of market where it's always so very crowded, right? Every time. But the only thing I can say to you is that, yeah, I found it very interesting, very appealing, very practical in terms of how you've laid it out, and the practicality of it more than anything is how you can break the components down and, as you rightly said, put them in your car and take it away, right? So I think it's fantastic. The little accessories like the trolley and things of that kind, where it's got all these sensors and so forth to be able to determine the sort of the different dangers associated to getting close to situations where you are pre-alerted. I think it's a really great idea as well. You know, as part of the whole, can I call it, shopping experience, right? As such. So no, well done, Vivian. Good work.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Michael. Pak Bram, would you like to give any feedback? Don't forget to unmute. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Okay, hello Vivian. Nice to meet you. Okay, your idea is very, very interesting. Okay, and the solution about your idea is needed by mankind today is how they can survive and are able to find solution to problems, a new normal life. Yeah, it's your great idea for give the uh, new market or pop-up market. Yeah, and it's very, very great. Yeah, how to keep socializing, yeah, prioritizing, and to keep each other apart. Yeah, and it design you can build confidence to be able to build self-awareness. Yeah, and maintaining health and keeping ourselves in the social. Yeah, your idea is very, very great, and if, I'm so proud. Yeah, and hope it can be realized. Yeah, and well done and good job for you, Vivian.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pak Bram and Program Vivian. Maybe their idea was next time can be applied in many of our market, even like for pop-up markets. We have there, we have it in Jakarta, even in Surabaya. There's a lot of pop-up markets. Okay, the next one we have Mbak Sarah Dina Mawadini. Mbak Nina, don't forget to unmute. Can you share your?
I think I cannot share my slide because the system preference in this computer.
Okay, let us try to. Okay, can you try
Really
again?
sorry.
Can you share your presentation now?
Not because the system preference. I think some.
Okay. Then we'll help you share your presentation.
Okay, thank you for helping.
It's okay, no problem.
It's still happening.
Yeah, it's okay. Please wait for a while.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, hello everyone. Sorry for the problem. I don't know before. So, I'm Sarah Dina, interior design student at the University of Brawijaya, and today I wanna explain about one problem that caught my attention. So it's about the collapse of beauty retail industry due to COVID-19. As we can see, many brands closing down their retails, and also there's no tester product at the store, and of course, it makes many people disappointed. Maybe it because they are losing their jobs, and also they are losing their freedom for craving makeup. And is there a solution if this will last longer and get worse? I think I have. So I have Butte as my solution. So what is Butte actually? Butte is a platform that provides various types of Indonesian makeup products that are integrated with augmented reality technology. So you can shop online by your phone and also go offline by visiting the nearest booth from you. So here's about the details. We can see there are the signage and lamp to easier for you to find it in a public area. And of course, it's constructed by metal material, finishing with glossy to make it easier when we have to disinfection process. And also we can see the augmented reality monitor and the magic pen and also the 4 touchless button, which are the hand sanitizer to maintain you keep sanitized before and after using the machine, and then the texture to give you experience and information about the texture of the product you test, and also the sense to give you also information but about the sense about the product, because some girls have many problem about the sense of the product, and also the remover button to remove your makeup product. And the other side, we have the scanning barcode for purchasing product, and the touchless button again, but to verify your purchase. And you can take your product here, and also the other one, you can push it if you want to collect your empty packaging here. And then this is about the layout and dimension. As we can see, this can be used for two customer, and the front and the back view all this as the same, and the left and the right still the same. This machine we also integrated with eye level sensor technology. So here's about the system works. You can click the start, and then you can define you want to shopping by what. Maybe you can shopping by promotion, brands, departments, also the new arrival, or maybe the promotion.
or maybe by the brands. And then you can scan your face by directly or just by your photo to the monitor, and you can have the experience with the machine and also with the application with your phone. And then if you want to buy the product, you can click the shopping cart icon in monitor. Then you can go to collect your order, and you can choose you want to you want to use virtual payment or cash on delivery. And also if you choose the online shopping, you can still at home and waiting your product is going to your home. And if you choose the shop at Butte, you can go to the other side and the barcode to scan it. And this is about the interaction flow. This machine can be found in the many places and also the worldwide if you choose the online way. And you can go to the testing and augmented reality area. And if you have done with the experience, maybe you want to buy, you can go to the pick up product or the finding machine. Then you can take it and you can go. Here's about implementation at the airport. And also this machine can be plotted singly or modular basis. So I think Butte will make your makeup shopping activities safer, easier, more enjoyable during this pandemic or not. So that's all for me. Thank you for your attention and sorry for the problem. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mbak Nina. Okay, we'll start with you, Michael. What do you think about this Butte application? Don't forget to unmute.
Sorry.
Oops. Okay.
Congratulations, but I'm not that experienced in buying makeup, but I can certainly see the convenience of it all, and a very thought out process in the way you've actually designed it and so forth. Not only from a software position, but obviously from the facility itself, right? Quite mobile and so forth. But really, there's probably not too much I can contribute towards that in terms of what you presented. But I can say that obviously it's all about honouring and respecting all the principles associated to social distancing in particular, right? And the interaction in terms of with other people and so forth. So to me, yeah, look. What can I say? It's great product, well done, a good facility, mobile and so forth, modular and all the rest of it. Again, with all these sort of key principles I was referring to beforehand. So well done to Sarah.
Thank you.
Good work.
Thank you, Michael. And then Pak Bram, what do you think?
Okay. Sorry, Sarah. I call you Sarah. Okay. Nice to meet you, Sarah.
Nice to meet you too,
Okay. Your idea, same like before, yeah. Your idea is very interesting for shopping market, yeah. I'm waiting about that, yeah. Designing such products by implementing, yeah, health protocol can give everyone to confidence, yeah, Sarah. And then to be able to choose, okay, sorry, to choose the makeup needed by consumers without having to interact directly, yeah, with the seller, yeah. Like the previous thing, this will provide, yeah, a solutions to the problem of shopping. Again, I call that a shopping, yeah, with a sense of security. This is very secure, yeah. And then well done, and I hope that this can truly be able to provide solution for mankind, yeah. We hope that, yeah. And again, I call that, and for you, yeah, great job,
Thank
Sarah.
you.
Okay.
Thank you, Pak Bram. Okay, thank you also, Mbak Nina. Well done. We hope you can make this into reality even during after the pandemic. Okay, for the next one we have Mas Siddhartha Suteja. Mas Sid.
Hello.
Yep.
Okay. Hold on.
Are you able to share the screen?
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to share it. Oh.
Okay.
Hi. Can you see it? Can you?
Yes,
Hello?
we can see it.
Okay. Okay. Good evening, everyone. So first of all, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Siddhartha Suteja, and y'all can call me Sid. And I'm an interior design student at Christian University. And so I'd like to talk about my presentation today. So the title of this presentation, it is 2575 Office. So let's jump in. Okay, before we dive into the idea, determine why do people go to office and what are the, especially in this COVID situation right now. And it begs the question, right? And so here are the, like, the, especially as we can see here, this is a situation where usually this happens before the pandemic. People go to office to work together. And so this creates a human interaction in order for it begs the question, how do we accommodate the same amount of employee in a limited space, providing that we are not going to lay off the employees, right? And so here are one of my proposed solutions. So we try to make a portable cubicle, which has this characteristics of it should be light, that's first. Well, it should be 1 class. And secondly, it has to be mobile, and thirdly, it has to be easy to set up. And so, yeah, we can try to color code it as well according to their job field. For example, as we can see in this screen, the red color could mean it's for marketing, the blue for sales, and so on and so forth. And so, yeah. And so we also need to redefine the spacing of this, like office, the new office, right? And so we need to obey the social distancing, which is 2 meters. That's what we need to keep in mind. And this is the flow of this whole office situation. So as we can see from the storage, we take out the cubicle, and then we can fold it, and then like we can place it on the circle. Then we can have the meeting and the brainstorming session for the office. And then once it's done, we can unplug and unfold it, and then we can sterilize it, and then we can put it back in storage. And so we, in a sense, we are trying to redefine this 9 to 5 job. So instead of we work from 9 to 5, we only work 2 hours per shift. So yeah, this is the more details of the product. As we can see, this is quite modular, and it's like it's easy to set up and easy to be transportable as well with the handle. And so yeah, this is the situation when it's set up. And so in a sense, back to the title, to 2575, is that we are redefining the office hour. So in a sense, we're only going to spend 25% of the usual office time, and then we can spend the rest of the 75% of the time working from home. And so this hopes that we can still have the human interaction if we have difficulty of the problems that we're trying to solve by brainstorming in the office, and also we can do the rest at home. That's the main idea. And yeah, this is the iterations that I did. So yeah, although this idea is not perfect yet, I would say, but yeah, it gives me the challenge to like redefine what needs to be redefined, especially in these tough times. So yeah, that's all for my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Masid. Michael, what do you think? This is also about the office, like active.
Yeah, well, thank you, Sid, for the presentation. There's no doubt.
Okay.
There's no doubt. The challenge today is that I think we did a study. We've been doing a study now for a long time, over the years and so forth. The whole behavioural aspect of the workplace, right? The millennials, as such, obviously, is about 75%, or now almost 80% of the workforce today globally, right? The whole idea about the millennials is the interaction, the human interaction is critically important. The brainstorming, the collaboration, the social aspect, right? 25 years ago, 30 years ago, there wasn't that sort of style of interaction. Today, it's critical, and it's always been critical. And the actual office design or office space design today is very different to what it used to be 15, 20 years ago, right? And this has been forced upon us because of the different nature of how people interact from a social and a networking and a brainstorming sort of scenario, right? There's more of that style of activity continuous. And so we were always challenged to try and come up with product associated towards that. Your solution here, where you're trying to maintain the same sort of scenario, right, or the opportunity, or trying to sort of keep that activity alive, right, is very much in necessity today. What solutions can we bring into the workplace today that people can still collaborate, socialize, brainstorm, and so forth, in the manner in which you're presenting here? The product itself, though, I've got to say, Sid, I'm just trying to wrap my head around it and how practical that will be. Is the product itself and how it represents, is it someone that actually sits inside the cubicle and speaks from inside the space? Is that how it works?
It's supposed to be, it's more of a podium. So they place there, it's like a table.
Excuse me. Right. So you're actually sitting like a podium, right? So you're sitting a laptop and so forth above that, and basically you're from that, standing. You're in a standing position. Is that what you're saying?
Right. Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I see. I get it now. I get it. Right. Okay. Sorry. Excuse me, mate. I wasn't. It's very late here in Australia at the moment. Okay. So you're in a standing position as such. Okay. I understand. All right. Look. For what it is, it's look. In concept, the idea is there is certainly something there. There's no doubt about that. As a total resolution to what we're trying to achieve here, it probably a little bit more work to do, right? In terms of a little bit more of a protective nature about it. But I think the idea is sort of heading towards what you're trying to achieve here. I like the color coding scenario that you've got here from a marketing, sales, and accounting, and so forth, and whatever else. It's cute. It's different, right? So everybody knows where they originate in terms of their departments. But maybe a little bit more work in terms of the design side of it. But I think that the idea certainly in the right track there, Sid, mate. And look, mate, well done. Keep let's keep brainstorming, mate. Okay, well done.
Okay, thank you, Michael. And then Pak Bram, what do you think about this design?
Okay, thank you. Okay, hello, Sid Suteja. Nice to meet you, Sid. Okay, well done again. I tell to you, for you, and nice job, You have provided a solution that is able to limit distance and also provided a color that does not give a bore everyone and work and is able to provide color in building the confidence of mankind to face a new normal life. This is give more a different and new experience. I like this. You can give more color. More touch about how for the new life. And then I hope this is can give an hope for someone. Hope the people they can work together again and safety and secure, yeah, and then never one can get the thinking about a horrible something for, oh, I I don't I don't want it together for everyone because I'm scared. No, this is can give a different, yeah, and I trust that, yeah. I hope this it can give for your realization, yeah. You can give the realization about this idea, yeah, for the I don't know, yeah, where the office or where the place, yeah, but I think this is can be so give the our human, yeah, humanity solution, okay, yeah, okay, great job again for you, yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pak Bram. Well done, Mas Sid. Okay, then we go to our next one. After this, we have Mbak Melissa. Halo. Ya, kedengaran? Kedengaran kok. Mungkin mau share screen? Oh, ya. Okay. Okay, hello everyone. My name is Melissa Rani and I'm an interior designer. Okay, and first, we all know that Corona has been here for a month and we don't know till when. And there's an question, what if Corona lasts forever? And well, as an interior designer, I have an idea to design a health checkpoint area as a long-term solution. Why? Well, since pandemic getting worse and worse, especially in Indonesia, I think we should deal with the condition and not depends and hoping maybe someday there's a vaccine or hoping Corona will go away sooner or later. But for me, life must go on. Our physical interaction cannot be avoided and we are human. We still need our social life and our social activity. And my big idea for this design is about make social interaction suits to our new normal and make the new normal easier, but we don't wait people to do it, but we make people to do it. But in the reality, our new normal make us to additional step in our daily activity, and that makes a problem. Like in the especially in Indonesia, and when I go to a cafe and there's a disinfectant chamber, I don't really think is this disinfectant chamber is really works, or the queue is very long and there's not every building have disinfectant chamber. So that's why I have some idea and inspired. So that's why we need a health checkpoint in every building, and inspired by the function of Kenkan room, the Kenkan room from Japanese house, which function is for removal of the shoes before we going the main part of the house. So why we don't have a area that for the removal of bacteria and virus, and by this time health checkpoint by this time, I make a health checkpoint that will save our time and not takes us a long time to use it. And there's a research about disinfectant chamber. So the design is the maximum time to use this health checkpoint is about 10 minutes, and it will use a safe disinfectant because most the disinfectant chamber that used in Indonesia is not really safe. And this is the big idea. This is the big idea. So the health checkpoint area will scanning our body temperature, clean our body and our thing, and using UVC lights and disinfectant. And I hope and I make this design is flexible to every building. So it suit to a big building or or the smaller one. And this and we put in every main entrance in every building. And this is the design for the bigger area. The model is like a tunnel, but it's modular. It can be flexible, and there's just so people just walk through it, and it just need a 4-step to get through it. And there's a UV box for sanitize our things, and there's a more disinfectant spray. And this is the example, and this is the example of health checkpoint area for the bigger space. And this one is for small area, so it's more like a pot, and there's a rack. There's a UVC box for our to sanitize our things, and there's a disinfectant spray, and it's flexible. And I made this the health checkpoint are more flexible to material too and colors, so it will suit in every building, I think. And this is the example of the example if it in use in smaller area. So in my conclusion, health checkpoint my health checkpoint area is needed for every building to prevent the spread of coronavirus, and it needs to be easy as possible so it can suit to our daily routines and activity. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Mbak Melissa. Okay. So, Michael, what do you think about this disinfectant
Well,
product?
thank you, Melissa. What can I say? I can tell you this much: the whole idea about checkpoints now in any public space are critical, right? And the disinfected cubicle that young Melissa was referring to is a great idea in concept. I think it's a great idea because the checkpoints should become mandatory, right, in a lot of public spaces, right, and they should be accessible at all points, right. And I think the idea behind the cubicle presentation here by young Melissa obviously is all about disinfectant and so forth, and in particular the body monitoring the body temperature and so forth. So you're almost getting an immediate scan if you are healthy and fit enough to walk into the space that you need to walk into, right? So I think it's a very, very good idea, and congratulations, Melissa. Well done. Well thought out. As an
Thank
idea.
you.
Well thought out.
Thank you, Michael. And then Pak Bram, what do you think about this product?
Okay. Melissa, how are you? Nice to meet you, Melissa.
Nice to meet you too.
Okay. Nice job for your try to touch and answer the needs here to provide human health solutions. Okay. Now, and what we really need, is how to answer the solution to the problem of building air circulation in your design to be able to keep the area in 100%, cleaning our bodies from the invading virus. Hope is able to fully answer the solution to the problem of humanities in cleaning themselves against the infected by the virus. And then we can try this. I mean, this idea very great. Many chamber for disinfectant used for everyone. I think it's not 100% uses. And then you can give this idea. I hope this can give the progress air conditioning, yeah, air circulation for your idea, yeah, and then give clearly fully for our body. And then, I mean, this is great idea, and hope this is can give the solution for the humanity. Yeah.
Okay.
Again, I tell you, great job for you. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Pak Bram. Well done, Melissa. We hope we can also realize this in the future. Okay, we come to the last one of our presenter, Mas Gamaliel Baroto Adi.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute.
It's okay, take your time. No pressure, no pressure.
Wait. It's visible?
Yeah, it's visible. We can see your presentation.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. So I would like to the last presentation. Hopefully, everyone is still paying attention. My name is Gamal Barato Adi. I'm fresh graduate student from Institut Teknologi Bandung, and right now I'm going to talk about the future of a music festival. So the problem of COVID-19 pandemic is music industry. The music industry affected by the COVID. There are many concert or music festival was cancelled, and it affect the industry or the ecosystem itself. So the like artist, musician, promoter, or even organizer and venue and vendor get affected by the COVID. There are no work, and there's a lot of people behind it. This is the example of a temporary solution that the left picture is a Glastonbury Festival. That's what was held in a normal condition. And then the second picture was a drive-in concert in Jakarta held by Kahitna, an Indonesian pop group. And the last one is with the Fest 2020 that was held virtually. Will the future music festival still be like this, or we could find some new idea or solution for the music industry? The future of music festival will be like there's of course health protocol, physical distancing, and it would be outdoor events because the air circulation and the capacity will be reduced. So in my solution or my idea is bring new configuration of a music festival that could use in the future. There are many possibilities or many configuration, but I just propose two configuration that could use the music festival or the hexacell. The first configuration, there are 4 zones with 20 cells in each zones. This configuration can build with up to 400 people in this configuration. And the second configuration is only 2 zones with total 190 people in audience. So in the music festival, there's several stages, and before it, a small stage and this small one. And here's the plan of hexacell. The structure is made of bamboo as the main material, while the other material that are also used are steel for the roof and the floor. It's for the structure, so people can maybe a little jump or dancing, and the polycarbonate for the back wall. one cell can be filled by 5 until 7 people at once, and the audience will use a stair scaffolding to access and enter the cells. Using of hexagon shape is bring a new flexibility, and it could be a possibility for a new configuration, and also there are many options for the audience or the user to enter the cells. And like this is one option of circulation that that I think would be nice if people could enter the cells from anywhere. So there are no more queues, or there are many crowd on some points. Crowd will be it will be divided into smaller groups. Sorry. And the joints of the hexa cells using metal for the joint that usually used for the architectural dome bamboo. This is the perspective view for the hexa cell that could be modular. It's good modular, could be anything, could be everywhere. Everywhere, and it's easy to access. Why use bamboo? Because bamboo in Indonesia is so cheap and easy to install. This is the perspective view from the third level, and this is the perspective from second level, and where the people could get the view for the stage. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mas Gamaliel. So, Michael, what do you think of the future of concert going now?
Video.
Sorry, got it now. I got it now. Yeah. I'm a music junkie. Like, I go to lots of music concerts. I used to go to a lot of music concerts. I see the idea. I can understand the idea and the whole concept associated with that. From a health and safety aspect, I'm not sure how that would work. You know, I could see people falling off the top sort of rail there when they're sort of jumping down, up and down to a heavy metal concert. Maybe not.
Maybe not metal concert. Maybe just pop or maybe jazz concert.
Maybe jazz, so we're a little bit calmer. Okay, I'm more of a heavy metal guy, right? So you'll probably find that we'll do a stage dive from the top of the top level and so forth. But look, the idea is good, and I find the idea is great. I mean, obviously, you're trying to honor all the principles associated with social distancing and so forth, and all the rest of it. There's no doubt about that, right? I think it's great. I think if you can come up with that solution on the basis that you can contribute towards the entertainment industry, let me tell you, they are suffering big time, right? And that's across the world. So by all means, I think from a design point of view, I think in for what it represents, I think it's good. It's got appeal. From a practical point of view, well, that obviously it's got to be tested. I can tell you this much: a contraption of that kind, you bring it into the likes of Australia, health and safety regulations will step in very, very quickly to try and assess how practical it might be. But the idea and the concept behind it is very, very good, right? It's just getting the finer details in place. But I think it's a good job, and well done.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. And then Pak Bram, what do you think?
Okay, Kamal, nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
Okay, I like that. Yeah, you can give the solution, and then many musicians, promoters, and even organizers have almost lost their jobs, and we know that, everyone. Yeah, and then with this your design, you can create. I hope that your you can give the trust, yeah, about musician, promoters, and even organizers will be able to come back to life, yeah, to be able to ensure human entertainment, yeah, needs during this from the pandemic. Okay, humans are currently in a very fragile condition in health, and they all feel this praise, yeah, this praise it in their psychology. We know that, and uh, we can feel about that too, yeah. If your design can provide a very good solution for mankind, you will also answer the solution to everyone about the mental problems, so that they can become strong again and fight against for this from this pandemic. Yeah, hopefully this will be able to provide the right solution in building human confidence. Yeah, I trust that you can give all of them. Yeah, and I I hope you can very give the solution. Yeah, very great job for you, Gamal,
Thank you.
and we waiting your design. Yeah, to be realized. Yeah. Okay. Great.
Okay, thank you very much, Pak Bram. Thank you very much, Mas Gamaliel.
Thank you
And
for
well done,
feedback.
everyone. That's the end of our mentees presentation. Very well done.
Yeah.
Everyone is great. I think from our mentors, I think I have seen you like clapping silently in the video. Would you like to give
Good job.
any remarks for your mentees? Mungkin from Pak Francis dulu ya. Pak Francis first. Yeah.
See, as I said before, you'll be inspired. Don't you feel better now and feel more positive about the future? They're all great works, great design. Thank you for everyone. In such a short time, limited time, we are talking about 2 weeks. They come out with something like this. This is, I'm speechless. I mean, this is a big effort from them, and they're all applicable. It's doable. Just need a bit of polishing here and there, and then how you can meet up with the right people. Maybe, for example, start. I think you can start looking on the business aspect. Go talk to possible investor, concert people in the concert world, for example, and build that app where everyone can be traced. We can look at each other and keep our distance away from one another. I mean, all the design are excellent. You just have to think beyond this program and just go how you can monetize it. It's just one more step, how you can monetize it, which company you can work with, and make it realized.
Yeah.
Thank you for all your efforts. Well done.
Thank you, Pak Francis. And then Ibu Rina.
Yeah, congratulations. Yeah. To see all of your presentation, I'm really happy. I saw attention and interested things, and I'd like to add a bit that this program is really good. Really a lot of idea, and program is something that we can do collaboration with others. That some of the product can construct right away. So maybe if we have more time, you can explore more and more, and hopefully industry or other party or or the beauty product can right away can and this I'm really enjoying today is not a final.
Rina, I think your connection there's issue with
Thank you again for BWI. Can I say thank you now? Thank you again for BWI and Museum Macan to have us as a mentor and be.
We lost Budi.
Sorry, Burina.
Partner.
Internet connection. It's been the audio is going on and on.
Excuse me.
Maybe. Okay, sorry, Burina. Maybe
Wait.
yeah, it's still going on and on. Okay, never mind. Sorry, Burina. I think I have to skip you for this.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. I stopped other one. So maybe last word I going to tell everybody. Thank you again for BWI and Museum Macan to have us as a mentor, and thank you also to become our partners this year. I think we've been doing this since April, Mbak Widi. So on behalf of HDII, I'd like to thank you for this great program. Hopefully we can have continued collaboration for the future. And I'd like to take this opportunity also to all the audience who watch this program. Such an inspiration from young designer. Please, if you are interested in SDII, join the member. Please do so. And the idea is something before you cannot hear my voice, yeah. Just congratulations to all the mentees, yeah. We are proud of you, and hopefully your work can keep inspiring everybody. And the concern is to make it real happen after this. So thank you again. Thank you, Michael. And thank you, Charles. And thank you to Bu Naila and Andre, our team from HDII, to support tonight. It's really meaningful also. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Burina. Okay, Michael, would you like to give a few words after seeing all the amazing designs from the mentees?
Yeah, wow. Look, I got to congratulate every single one of those presented. I think it was very, very inspiring, very forward thinking, very conscious about all the things that are going on that are challenging the world at the moment. And I'd like to also congratulate the mentors, obviously Francis and Rena, for inspiring these kids, these young designers to really think ahead and really bring their thinking into some sort of formal reality. So I think it's fantastic. I'd like to thank BWI, of course, our official partners in Indonesia. Right, actually, is very proud to be associated with that, and of course, the Museum Macan for hosting this particular conference. And such. Yes, and thank you for presenting and monitoring and being a very good host as well. So on behalf of ACTU, I can only congratulate everybody who participated in this event. And again, we are very, very proud to be associated with this. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Michael. And then Pak Charles, which do you have anything to add?
Yeah, actually, I do. I think. Okay, so let me share my thinking. Okay, so when we set up this design up close, the intent is actually to push the thinking of design, right? And in Indonesia, yeah, how do we then we learn from the best, and how do we then cascade the knowledge down to everybody? And I hope that each of you have learned something out of this, right? Out of the process, and I'm happy about the results. I think you guys are really pushing the boundaries of design, and then but at the same time also looking at the context that we are in at this point in time. I think that's really necessary in this day and age. um, I hope that you guys can continue this path so that you can actually see when we do the keynote presentation about mastering space, you understand like how a world class organization such as ACU actually put their design thinking into a context that I think is appropriate, right? So that's part number one. And part number two, I think, of course, like Pa Francis saying that, like, how do we then go beyond after this? So what we are looking also to actually commercialize some of the ideas, right? Just to tell you, share you a bit about what we're doing with the previous program, that previous session that we did. We actually are in the process of prototyping of some of the ideas that the mentees were presented, right? So that's what we hope, what we can get something out of it, moving forward. I think that's very important to give you also aspiration and also a goal, right? Because we need to be daring to actually realize our dreams, right? If not, failure is one thing, but we need to try, right? I think that's a very important for you guys, the young generation, to actually try. So we're definitely going to analyze all this input that you guys presented today, and then we'll talk further for sure. Really thankful for the partnership from HDII, Pa Francis, Ibu Rina, Bu Naila. Really, really appreciate it. And Michael, thank you. I know it's very late for you.
Okay.
Thank you for staying up. And
I'm awake now.
yeah, I hope everybody has time. And then we'll see you in the next session. And then Bu Rina, just
Yes.
to talk about this year. And we're hoping for your input so that we can make it better next year.
Yeah. Thank you, for
Thank you,
trusting
everyone.
HDII to arrange such a good program. We are very proud.
Thank you, everyone. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you, Charles. Okay, thank you also for our other reviewers, Pak Bram, Bu Naila, and Pak Andre. Thank you very, very much. Thank you for HDI and ADPI who has been supporting us since our first session in April, as Burina said. And then also, I'd like to also thank you, Cisco WebEx, who's been supporting this platform for our online mentoring and open review. Okay, for the last one, just like all any Indonesian events, we have to take an online photo together. So everyone, I'd like to invite you to turn on your video. I'm gonna cue when to start. I'm start taking. Oh, everyone's done, ready. Okay. The count. 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Thank you for all the mentees as well. You've been great. Thank you again, Michael, Pak Charles. Also, thank you also, Pak Andri
Thank you so
from
much
Ong and Ong
for everyone.
Architecture, staying with us
Nice
for
to
as a
meet
silent
you all.
observer. Thank you, Pak Bram. Thank you,
Thank you.